Welcome back to part 2 of the anxiety video. I hope you watched the first one that will explain why we are here answering questions for part 2. So I got a bunch of Instagram questions for this topic, and I'm going to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, at the end of the day, please remember, I am not a doctor. I'm not going to be diagnosing people, and I'm not going to be, if you feel that you might be struggling from something of this nature, definitely do go and see a doctor and you will know. But okay, I'm going to answer questions. I got essentially a lot of responses to say, yes, please do this video, and I've done that. Yolani Ndamase asked, hi, do you have any OTC natural or homeopathic medicines that you use, or healthy coping mechanisms? For me, natural homeopathic, what I use in terms of that is essential oils. That's why I have 2 humidifiers in the home, which have proved to be my best purchases this year. I'm in 2018 as I filmed this, have proved to be my best purchases this year. Not only do I use essential oils in the humidifiers, but I use them when I take baths, when I take long baths. They help me very, very much so in terms of relaxing. Not only do they open up my canals, my sinuses, all that jazz, but they also help me to relax and put me in a very much calmer state of mind, especially when I've got the humidifier running. I love that. Candles have always worked for me. I cannot be in a room without candles. There we go. There's 2 burning right now. I always, if I'm in the room, there's a candle burning. There's candles in my bedroom. There's candles in the lounge. There's candles in the sitting area. There's candles everywhere. If I'm in the room, the candle must be burning, because for some way, this mind over matter thing, it helps me relax quite a bit. Also, sleep. That's natural. Sleep. I sleep a lot to help cope with my anxiety. It's one of the biggest things that I do. I'll sleep during the day. I'll sleep at night. I'll sleep whenever. If I need to sleep and I feel like it's on a high, I will even force myself to sleep because I've got medication to sleep. Unfortunately, that's, but for the most part, even if I am okay, I make sure that I sleep. By 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'm in bed and I sleep. And I do not make any exceptions about that. TJ Ngoma, love you so much, asks how you overcome anxiety on a day-to-day basis. What are your coping mechanisms? Honestly, for me, just getting up every day is a sign that you're willing to try harder and you're willing to make, you want to be better. It is my life. It's not a bad part of my life, but it is a part of my life, and I have to acknowledge it. My coping mechanisms, basically, I use the things that I mentioned before in Yolani's response, in Damase's response, but also I try to switch off. When I know that I need to switch off, I will switch off. Come hell or high water, I will not record. I will not watch TV. I will relax my mind. And that's why I've also got many, let me try and see if I can find the names, many apps that I use. I've got a thing on my phone, a folder on my phone called Spirituality and Chill. And the big apps that I use, especially for my anxiety, are Relax Melodies, which are sounds that help me sleep or help me relax, or Sleep Cycle. Sleep Cycle tracks my sleeping, and then I've got my Bible app, and I've got Abide as well, which is a great app. But these are apps that I use. What is going on? These are basically apps that I use to help with the anxiety. Definitely help a lot. Nokaya is also asked, what are you doing to cope with the anxiety? Mentioned that already. How do you calm yourself down when you're having an anxiety attack? I don't know if I would call what I have anxiety attacks. I mean, people are different. I just know that now I can pinpoint it when it comes. when I start to feel like I'm not in control, when I start to feel scared, when I start to feel extremely worried, when I can't focus or what have you, and when it's really, really over exaggerated, when I know that I can't even do it. There was a time where I was driving and I actually had to pull over on the side of the road. I suppose you would call it an anxiety attack. But what I do is I breathe very, very heavily. I take long and deep breaths. There's also sort of like a scent thing that I have. It's not a perfume, but it's like a scent thing that I have in my bag that I breathe into. Like I take long deep breaths and I inhale that, and it sort of relaxes me quite a bit. And I will also play sleeping sounds, relaxing sounds and things like that that'll help relax me as well. So, but the biggest thing that I do is I breathe very heavily, and if I'm in a situation where I can walk away and just be by myself, I walk away and I be by myself. I don't try and distract myself. I try to be in the moment and acknowledge what is happening to me at that time and how to manage it or take control of it. If I happen to be in the house and I feel like it's not going away, then I've got tablets that I was prescribed by my doctor to take when I start to feel myself losing control. And that's what I do. This topic is so hard, I'm even tired. Okay. Maxine asked, Maxine Phoenix, if you don't know who Maxine Phoenix is, why are you not following her channel? Get your life. She's on YouTube. Maxine asked, how do you manage anxiety in social settings? I have avoided social settings for the longest time because I don't feel like I'm in that place where I'm managing it extremely well. When I am in social settings where I feel like I'm not okay, like I said before, I walk away and I try and find a place where it's quiet, it's silent, and I can breathe and I can do my breathing techniques. Also, a big way that has helped me cope with my anxiety is I am seeing a psychologist to deal with some of the issues that spark my anxiety quite a bit. Traumatic experiences and things like that, which I mentioned in the previous video before this one. But if I'm in a social setting, I will gauge a certain situation dependent on how I woke up feeling that morning. If there's a braai later on and I'm just really not feeling up to it, I don't force myself. I don't go. I will just send a message to whoever's hosting and will not go. If there's an event or whatever and I just don't feel up to it, I will not go. I don't force myself. If I'm there and I feel something happening, which really it hasn't happened that much except the one occasion where I went to a braai and I felt it happening, I just walk away and I take long deep breaths. I've got my phone on me all the time, so I'll play. I like to listen to the sound of rain, so I'll play that as I take a long deep breath over and over again until I feel somewhat relaxed. And then when that happens, I'll leave. After that, I'll just go and be like, you know what, something has come up, and I'll leave. If not, don't go at all. So pretty much that is it. Those are my coping mechanisms. That is what I do to sort of feel a little bit better. And I'm gonna go. I feel like I've been talking for a while now. I've done 3 videos. I think that's enough for one day. I'm gonna go and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.